Hello, everybody. Welcome to Go Global World. And this is the 29th GGW Sharks, the event that's been a success for the past 9 months, from 100 to 300 people RSVPing each single event. And we bring, every time we try to bring new investors. So we give more chances to pitch to the real investors from Silicon Valley and beyond. And also we try to provide good deal flow for investors who are joining. Well, today would be a little bit special, even more special event because some of the audience are joining today from TechCrunch, Go Global World team, and many startups from Go Global World participated at TechCrunch. Some of them were pitching at the startup battle among 200 startups. So I'm really excited to hello all of you. So I'm hoping that some of you could make it to the event. And also some of the investors from the event might be today in the chat because we spoke like, I mean, endless amount of people for the past 3 days, and it's been fun. So I really, I'm really excited to have all of you today. And please network in the chat and support each other. Before we get started and before I introduce the panel of investors, I'll show you a few slides about Go Global World and then the rules, and then we'll jump right into it. So, what is Go Global World? Go Global World is the platform that facilitates quality connections for investors, meeting the right startups. Basically, investors don't need to process manually the cold funding request. The system will do it on their behalf and take a decision. So anyone who's reaching to investors will be processed automatically, and investors will be notified if it's a feed or not a feed, without doing anything else on investor side. And for startups, it's also an important platform because this is how we connect verified investors with verified startups automatically. The system allows to take decision fast, so investors have all quality key information in front of their eyes, including revenues, traction, video pitch, and the other key information. They need to take a decision within seconds or minutes, whether it's a quality connection they want to proceed or they would do a pass. Same for startups. There is a one-pager for investors. When you go on their page, you apply for funding, and the system is taking a decision whether you're a fit or not. So this is how you get access to our network of investors, and the system will process your request automatically. Now, how it works in the platform, you are having, as an investor, you're having your personal investor page like you would do with LinkedIn, but LinkedIn is about career. Here, everything is about you as an investor, where you can share your personal investor criteria and the active button that can actually do some magic on your behalf to process the deals that are coming into you via email, LinkedIn, or so on. So we can compare their criteria against yours automatically. And then startups are also building their one-pagers automatically by filling in their profile, and any investors would go on their profile, would see their information. It would be enough for most of the investors who we spoke to, to see this information, to take a decision whether it's a pass or connect. And the magic starts on the back end. You don't see it. You don't have to analyze all of it. You don't have to hire an analyst to analyze all of this deal flow or something. The system should provide you the most relevant connection right in, to put them right in front of your eyes first, so you don't have to search through the database or something. We are not a database. We are connecting real people with real people. Now, it's not only connections and two-sided marketplace, it's also data, and we provide you feedback on both sides. Investors understand how they get to a quality deal, so they can evaluate their channels. And same startups can get some feedback from investors and some metrics and data, so they can improve their pitch, their performance, so then it can help them to convince investors faster. Now, that's it. I will share the links about Go Global World here in the chat, so you can create your startup or investor profile. And if you already have a startup or investor profile, please share in the chat so that you guys can connect. And this is the panel of GGW Sharks 29. We have Rishi Sharma, Keshia, Theobald-van Gent, Benjamin Torrero, Elena Maley, and McCaffrey. I will let the judges to introduce themselves in a second because we have amazing panel as usual. We always have great investors on our panel. But before that, let's talk about the rules. To make this event more fun and more productive, we need to make sure that everyone keeps themselves muted all the time except for investors. Investors will be on the main stage all the time, so that's why they will anything they say, we want to hear, listen, and maybe consider this quality feedback they try to share with us. If you want to pitch, please raise your hand to pitch. This is a button here in the Zoom, so then we will give you a chance to pitch in the order we receive hands, and my team will be picking people to pitch, and we will provide you the list, the order of people pitching. So please don't push my team to give you some priority. Only GGW existing members will pitch first, and then the rest of the audience. You get 2-minute elevator pitch plus questions, so you'll have a hard stop. And please, so you won't be able to use slides, but please put your first and last name next to your Zoom profile and a company name, so we can locate you. And those who have the video will, of course, be picked first. Now, who is pitching? Only new startups with evidence of sales, IP, and a scalable business model. If you're a traditional business, please don't take startups' place. It's important that venture scalable models, tech startups, we can pitch. Please respect the time. It's a 2-hour event maximum, and we have a deal with investors that it's a 2-hour event. GGW platform members pitch first, as I said, and it's a networking event. So please network in the chat, support out each other. And if you would have any questions to me and my team, or please reach out to us by email, info@goglobal.world. And finally, how to make your 2-minute elevator pitch ideal. Keep it as a story. Go to the point right away, what you do, why you're unique, and share your traction. If you pitched before, please share what has changed significantly since the last pitch. And of course, network in the chat. This is a public event, so please make some noise in the social media. During the event, please take a screenshot of us and share it on LinkedIn or Twitter, and tag us, Go Global World tag, and tag the speakers if you want to. And of course, these are the contacts below. This is our website and email, and that's probably it. Now, the time is to ask the judges to present themselves, and I suggest we start with Rishi.
Everyone, Rishi Sharma, at Newlin Ventures, the West Coast lead, and we're an early stage startup or VC firm focused on startups at the pre-seed and seed stage, focused on future of food, insurance, tech, and consumer. And we focus both in LATAM and the US as well.
Exciting to have you, Rish. So yeah, you'll have a lot of pre-seed and seed startups today. Trip, please, your turn.
Hey everyone, my name is Trip McCaffrey. I work as an associate with CapQ Ventures. We invest pre-seed to A, smaller checks, 250 to 500,000, and we also assist to syndicate the rest of the round. Look at a lot of deal flow, take 2 projects a month maximum, whatever our investment committee lets through. We're looking pretty much agnostically. Any disruptive technology or anything disruptive to any given industry, there will be some interest. So I'm looking forward to hearing your pitches.
Sounds exciting. Great to have you, Trip. Keshia, please take it.
Hey, everyone. Thank you so much for inviting us, Daniel. I'm Keshia Theobald-van Gent. I am here with BDev Ventures. I'm actually the head of portfolio, but I started off on the investment side of the house, so can still add a lot of value there. BDev Ventures today makes investments between 250K up to 5 million. Our sweet spot is Series A, so we are looking for some traction. We like to see some revenue before we get involved. We're predominantly investing in the US and LATAM, but we do already have an investment in Spain. So we are capable and happy to go global when it makes sense. Happy to answer more questions about it after.
Sounds exciting. Great to have you. Well, Benjamin, please go next.
Hello, I'm Benjamin. I'm calling from London. I'm part of Boost Capital Partners, and we invest in pre-seed and seed. Our ticket sizes are usually between 300 and 700K. And what we do is we take applied game mechanics to other sectors. So we're agnostic, as long as we can add value through that to improve the user experience in software products. So happy to meet everyone here.
Have you? Thank you. And this is from London. And Elena Maley, please open the session. No pressure.
Hello, everyone. So my name is Elena, and I'm managing partner at ATEM Capital. We are life science based in New York venture capital firm, and we focus on biotech, health tech, medical devices, and diagnostic. We invest predominantly in the United States, but we have several European Union investments so far, and our average investment check size right from 500K to 2 million US in one company. We prefer to invest in Series A, but in health tech, we can invest early as in seed investments.
Sounds exciting. So I think we are ready to get started. And we have several investors from Silicon Valley, from East Coast, from Canada, from the UK. I'm really excited. The panel is amazing. And the first startup we'll be pitching today is Gary Cohn. Gary, are you ready?
Hey guys, how are you? Boy, I'm always in the hot seat.
Yep. You got
nice to meet everybody. So our company is called Luxury Travel Hackers, and what we're doing is we're leveraging travel content and influencers and making vacations bookable on social media. And so a few things that are really important to understand is that, 86% of all travelers across every generation, except for boomers, which are my parents, are choosing their next vacation on social media, and then they're spending 10 to 20 hours of research on multiple websites to build a trip that was just presented to them. And influencers and content creators are struggling to create sources of revenue from their actual traveling content. Travel content is the #1 reason that people are following influencers on social media. It's 62%, which is 15% higher than beauty and fashion, which we obviously know dominates e-commerce. It's made millionaires out of influencers. And so our solution is to remove this friction between the discovery and the booking, and then allowing people to watch and book travel in one fast, easy place, while giving influencers the ability to convert followers into customers through a white label booking engine that we're building for them. So essentially we're creating, their own marketplace for them. And so how we know it works is we've ran a few betas across our Instagram accounts. We have about 15 accounts with about 1.7 million followers that we own and run. And we did all of our beta testing through that. We saw astronomical, great numbers on the paid ad side. We did a 6x ROAS, and then we did an 8x ROAS. We did about 1.5 million in total sales and about 300K, maybe a little bit more in retained revenue for the company. And that was on a very small amount of ad spend. And the organic side, we saw a 0.01 conversion, which is a 1/10 of 1%. We have about 300 influencers currently on our wait list with about 80 million followers. To give you some clarity about that 0.01 organic conversion, that would be with 300 influencers, that would be a $72 million annual pipeline value.
Gary, you passed time, please wrap up.
I passed the time. I'm sorry. We're raising a seed round. We're venture backed, and we're about 70% subscribed.
Awesome, 70% subscribed. So, dear Sharks, do you have any questions? Are you in or out?
This is not my area of expertise at all, really on the B2B side, but what is the market here truly?
The market size?
Yeah.
So the TAM,
so
the TAM is 1.2 trillion in the travel industry. The SAM is about 240 billion, and then the obtainable market is about 66 billion right now. So, and to break that down even further is that, our target market are millennials and Gen Xers who are making between 60 and 250K a year. And that's what comprises that 66 billion. In about 2 years, Gen Z is going to be entering this demographic. That's going to go up to about 85 billion.
But that's the travel market, not the travel market that's available via social media.
I mean, if you think 86% of people are choosing their next vacation on social media, then, you know, do the math. 86% of 66 billion, you know, and, you know, but yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're
Thank you.
welcome.
So one shark is out. What about the rest of the sharks?
What platforms are you focusing on? And I mean, what social media platforms?
Well, we're going to focus on all of them, but the ones that we've been focusing on is Instagram. Instagram really has the highest conversion. TikTok is great for scaling eyeballs and getting a lot of engagement, but it's not as good. It's not as good for conversion right now when you talk about e-commerce. It's getting there, but it's not quite there yet.
What conversion from view to purchase are you getting?
Sorry, what was that?
From views to purchase, what's the conversion rate? Like if you compare the number of people who view the video and the number of people
We
who
didn't do
buy
it.
something.
We didn't do it per view. We did it per lead. So a lead is someone who either sees the content or sees the ad, and then they come in our funnel, right? And so on the paid ad side, our lead cost was under $3, which is 30 times lower than industry standard. And then we did about a 2% conversion on that. So on the paid ad side, we're talking about a 8 to 10x ROAS, which is phenomenal, which is, you know, unheard of. I mean, I think the thing that we didn't understand in the beginning, and really like what our betas were about, was like, it's really easy to get somebody to buy a lipstick or a pair of sunglasses from social media and from an influencer, but were they going to spend money to buy an actual vacation? And that's what we didn't know. And so these tests were really about validating that part of the market, which we did in spades. So.
Okay, thank you.
All right, go ahead.
I have a couple questions for you. So there's a little bit of interest here based on our CEO's background. 30 years ago in a past life, his first venture was a travel agency, bringing people from Brazil to Disney World. He exited, and that business is it's still around. So you went through some revenue numbers. I missed that part. Can you go through that part again?
Yeah, so with our betas, and then we're currently, like, we've kind of soft launched over the last couple months. We've done about a total of 1.5 million in sales, and then about 300K in retained revenue for the company. So yeah, I mean, numbers wise, you know, I think the thing that we want to make very clear that's impressive is our metrics to profit. You know what I mean? And our metrics to, you know, to ROAS and organic conversion and stuff like that. I think it's, you know, we're not in scale mode. We're in testing mode, which we've done. We've validated the industry. We've done pretty well. I mean, 1.5 million isn't, you know, nothing, but
70% of your round is filled by VC firms.
I wouldn't say it's all VCs. It's, you know, we have a couple angel groups and the family office, and then a bunch of angel investors as well. But we're backed by three venture funds: ATX Ventures out of Austin, Launch Capital out of San Francisco. They're funded by Andreessen Horowitz, and then Goodwater Capital as well. Those are the three funds. No, yeah. Sorry?
How much is left in the round?
500K technically. We probably willing to oversubscribe it a little bit.
Okay. Interesting. I think it's a little bit late in the round for us. I would be interested in talking to you for your next round.
Okay.
All right. Does we connect you?
Really quick. I have a redirect question. What do you mean late in the round? Meaning, like, you guys don't, you like to lead the rounds, you like to syndicate the rounds, you need more money in the round? Like, what? I don't know what that means.
So we would rather come in the beginning of the round. We would bring in a lead investor through our LP base, and we would backfill the round.
Gotcha. Okay.
All right. Thank you. And what about the rest of the sharks? Are you guys out?
Yeah, just too off thesis for us personally. So wish
Oh, you guys do consumer.
we do, but we're focused primarily on like CPG or
Cool. All right,
Great.
thanks, guys.
Trip, does it mean I connect you or not? I just didn't get it. Like, do I connect?
Be happy to talk to you, Gary. Just kind of leading conversations for later on.
All right. Thank you so much. So one shark is in,
Thanks.
the rest of the sharks are out. Yeah. Congratulations. Gary, please share your GGW profile in the chat, and we're moving on to the next startup. Daniel Rudis, Digipal AI. Daniel, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready. Hi, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here.
Yeah.
So my name is Daniel Rudis from Zurich. I'm co-founder and CEO of Digipal.ai. Quick story here. When I started in banking more than 20 years ago, it was a marvelous time. I remember one of my managers back then telling me, we can double the number of clients, we can double the number of the amount of revenues with that, and the costs won't go up. This was a time when our teams managed huge mutual funds, 20 billion USD of AUMs at times. But of course, these days are long gone. Reality today is consumers get their sneakers personalized. You have your food, your medicine personalized. For sure, investors want to have their investment strategy also meet their individual values and requirements. Banks have moved on, and they have these platforms. In the US, you call that separately managed accounts. The trend is clearly towards customizing investment products, and that's where I spent the bulk of my career in. Now, what actually endeavored to add a personal touch to investment products, it created a huge distance between banks and then clients, because there's no one there making sense of these portfolios, explaining the positioning, the macroeconomic backdrop and how it affected portfolios. There's no one there to give these explanations. Clients aren't being taken on the journey with asset managers and wealth managers. Here we come into play. We add scalability back to wealth management. So we can load literally thousands of portfolios, doing the data crunching, analyzing, and churn out institutional grade explanations for end clients in no time, in whatever language they require, at the sophistication level that matches them. And of the 100 plus banks we've spoken to, I would say 90% have that problem. And of those 90%, no one has a solution. We spent 2 years building the AI tech, and we now have a platform. Our first client is 15 months into the journey, actually. We've got a pretty nice platform of, I would say, 20 world-class names that we're looking to convert. Looking to cross the 1 million ARR mark within 20 months. So we're early in the journey, I have to say. It's pre-seed. We're looking to raise $1 million to help
Daniel,
us
you passed
convert.
time. Please wrap it up.
Yep, $1 million raising to basically convert the pipeline that we currently have.
Thank you very much, and we are ready to ask you questions, dear sharks. Any questions? Who would like to start?
Daniel, you're raising $1 million pre-seed. Are you fully bootstrapped to this point?
We started out bootstrapped. What we have as capital so far is 3 angel investors, smart capital investors, I would say. There's no VCs yet on board, but we think time is ripe for that step to be taken.
Where are you guys headquartered? Where are you incorporated?
Zurich,
Where?
Switzerland. Yep.
Okay.
I have a question. What is your business model? Is it B2C or B2B?
Fully B2B. So we run behind the scenes. We enable banks to do a better job with their clients. We don't want to get in touch with client identifying data whatsoever. So B2C, fully scalable as a cloud solution. Working on annual licenses with a nice lock-in. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Other more questions?
Benefit do you bring the bank in terms of business? Like do you reduce costs, increase revenue? What are they actually getting out of paying for this?
So we allow wealth managers to basically provide the service that they would otherwise provide to the largest private banking clients. We allow them to actually roll that out across the full range of clients, all the way down to affluent. Anyone who's interested in understanding their portfolios. Costs go down materially, and what maybe used to be second or third week of the month. Now is second day of the month to push out the message. It really changes the game in terms of the reach that they can generate with their client base and the segments that they can tap in. Private banking for the affluent segment, really, it's a massive game changer.
Thank you.
Can I ask one more question? Are you guys built, I mean, I'm guessing that you're built on something similar to ChatGPT or a different, LLM. Are you running this as is this on-prem? Is this you're creating separate instances? Are you SOC 2 compliant, ISO?
Yes, we have to meet all these standards. I mean, of course, we're faced with the whole list of data security questions regularly. ChatGPT, I have to say, I'm grateful that people see it and understand what the technical possibilities are. 2 years ago, we started out explaining, what is a large language model. At least that question now is answered. We leverage ChatGPT within the confines of what compliance would allow us to do. Very, very thoughtful about that. We have a language model that we run locally, and we could do without ChatGPT. So we leverage it where it's possible, kind of for the finish of the narrative that we create, but we could do without. So we don't sort of rely our business model on any external provider. Besides, we're not allowed to send any portfolio data to web services.
Thank you.
As far as customers, are you focused on the EU market or the US?
It's a global product, by virtue of its language capabilities. So German, French, English, Spanish, Italian, Japanese, Chinese, whatever. So we're taking this global. Our home base is Switzerland. We know the private banking market best in our home domicile, but definitely, taking this, pan-European, UK, and also US.
And my final question to the Sharks.
Hello, how are you? Fine, you? Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm going to mute this person. Just a second.
So I'm Francois, by the way. You can call me FT.
Please,
it's
everyone,
easier.
please keep yourself muted. I'm sorry.
There you go. I was going to ask you.
All right, done. Guys, if you have this problem again, I will have to remove you from the conference. So just please be careful. Thank you so much. And the final question to the Sharks: is there any Sharks interested to connect to this one?
Yes, I'm interested.
All right, 2 Sharks are in. Congratulations. All right, so hopefully today we have a jackpot. So 2 Sharks are in. Thank you so much, Daniel. And yeah, we're moving on to the next person, which is Shachar Graham-Back. Shachar, are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, you got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Yeah, thank you. So I'm excited to be here today. Thanks, Daniel. So my name is Shachar, and I'm the CEO and co-founder of Excite. I'm a third-time entrepreneur, post-exit. And my dream is to take old-fashioned tourist attraction sites from being boring experiences to super engaging, fun experiences. In other words, what we do, we democratize AR experiences for tourist attractions. The tourist activities market is a huge market of astonishing $100 billion market per year, attracting 15 billion visitors across 800,000 sites. But this market is changing, it's under disruption. And according to the OECD, the drivers for the disruption are changes in the consumption habits of visitors. As a result, those old-fashioned sites are both losing visitors and revenues. Sites understand that they need to leap forward and create digital experiences, but unfortunately, 97% of those sites cannot afford creating such experiences, as they are very expensive and cost around $200,000 to $400,000. So what we do in Excite, we're the first no-code, Wix-style self-service experience creation platform. Excite consumers can launch their digital experiences in AR in just 2 weeks instead of 9 months. With our generative AI, we help them create their content, and with our mobile AR platform, we deploy them on their physical attraction site. Our business model is based on cost-effective licensing model of B2B and revenue sharing model of B2B2C. Currently, we're mostly self-funded, and though we just started, we have great traction and sales in in only a few months, we reached 2 signed contracts, one of which is worth a few dozens of thousands of dollars, and some great pipeline of around hundreds of thousands of dollars. And Excite team includes both senior executives from the world of AI and creative, including VP from Disney. And we're looking to raise $700,000 to take the platform to the next level and reach a few $100,000 revenue per year. Thank you.
Thank you. Right on time. Yeah, Sharks, your questions. Would like to go next this time, Rish?
Yeah, if you could just speak to the market size and kind of, what you're going after.
Yeah, so the market size is expected to reach $10 billion by 2030. It's a high growth emerging market within this tourism attraction site. So just the digital creation of experiences is a huge need, and it's estimated now as a few billions of dollars and expected to reach $10 billion by 2030. A CAGR of 32%.
Thank you. And what's the competitive landscape currently in this category that you're going into?
So there are hundreds of software companies that you can build project-based experiences. There are very little platforms. It's just starting to merge into a platform-oriented market, this huge market. For now, there's a few competitors that started to move from code to no-code platform, but there is no one in the market that can also create the content, which is a very expensive part. Creating all the 3D assets and all those animations, it's very expensive. So we leverage both a generative AI to create the content and a no-code platform. So those sites, instead of $200,000 or $400,000 project-based, they have a platform that costs them only a few $1,000s per year and a revenue sharing model, and so they can go live in 2-3 weeks.
Who's your ICP?
Excuse me?
Who's your ideal customer?
The market includes a few segments of the market. We also have historical sites and museums. Currently, we also have some tourist companies. They're very eager. We haven't started any marketing. It's only word to mouth, and we have a very nice pipeline of estimated $300,000 in the pipeline, including the ones that were already signed and are live.
And you're monetizing on a fee per use of the platform?
Yeah, it's similar to Wix or any other platform. So it's license-based. It's a few $1,000s per year license. They also have the option to charge their customers, the end users, for those, like the micropayment for those experiences. And we have also revenue sharing model on top of that.
Okay. One last, sorry. Can you tell me let's call it the unicorn scenario. How many customers do you need paying for this? How much do they need to pay for you to become a very big company?
So the market includes 800,000 sites that only a fraction of them can create such experiences currently with that price. And we can reach with a few thousands of sites, we can reach revenues of $100 million. I can share the projection if you want, but we can reach in only part of, let's say, percent of the market, we can reach in $100 million revenues per year.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
And real quick, you mentioned you have a $300,000 pipeline. Out of people who actually signed and are paying, what type of revenue are you bringing in there?
Currently, it's mostly license-based.
Okay, but like what is a number?
How many potential customers?
No, like how much are you bringing in?
I'm sorry, I do not understand the question. Sorry.
maybe I'm presenting this wrong. So you said that you have a $300,000 pipeline, correct?
Yeah.
And some of those have already signed and some of those are prospects that you feel like you were going to sign.
No, the 300 is only prospects. The one that signs are estimated in dozens of thousands of dollars. And 300 are prospects that are already in pipeline, some of which are in a very advanced stage.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Shachar.
All right. So the final question to the Sharks is, who's in, who's out? Is anyone interested to connect? All right. Thank you, Shachar.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Please share your GGW profile with the rest of the investors in the chat and support others. And the next person to present is Maximilian. Max, are you ready? Okay, Max, you'll be next after this. And the next person to present is, give me a second, is Max Doro. Max, oh, okay. My team said me it's in the next one. Wei Xiong, Edumame. Wei?
Hello?
Yeah.
Everyone? Okay, good. Hi.
You got to
we have an app called Edumame. Yeah, you probably think, oh, another app. But what it is that it's a connector for any kind of knowledge and skill. So for example, we want to learn something, very into something, we want to look up somebody to help you, then you would maybe go on YouTube and all that. But over the decades, we know that all the knowledge is now available on the internet, but what is not available is somebody's expertise to help you. So that's where Edumame comes in. It's sort of like a Google for somebody to look up somebody who can give you a hand or give you a hint. At the same time, it's kind of like a Yelp. If you have expertise, you can advertise yourself. Not so, it's in some ways similar to GGW. So it's connecting people together. And also this is, we have tutoring market globally, $90 billion in 2021. So right now it's a lot more. And during the pandemic, people started getting used to the online meeting and online learning. So that can be also expanded with the help of Edumame. So we are looking for a seed round somewhere between 250 to 500,000, depends on how the deal cuts out at the end. And we're going to expand our user base. The app is ready, and if you're interested, we can discuss more about the features and whatnot. Is that 2 minutes yet? And questions, Sharks?
Perfect. Thank you so much. And my recommendation to founders, please be precise in what exactly amount you're raising for and for what, so investors can understand why if it's something that's a fit to them or not. Well, dear Sharks, do you have any questions to this founder?
Yeah, can you tell us a little bit about your user base today?
Today, we just launched the stable version. So I've been trying it out on myself. I'm tutoring my father's kids.
Your microphone is it my side?
Is this better?
Yes.
Is this better? Okay, let me speak closer. Sorry. So yeah, the user base we are targeting right now is high school kids, maybe college kids. So in the future, when they grow up, they grow used to this kind of situation. A lot of them nowadays, the kids nowadays, they try to become YouTubers or some sort of social media influencers, and that they think they can make a career out of it. But that's not for everybody. There's a very, very small percentage of people can do that. But if you're an expert in something, you can, if you're good in, say, piano or flute or anything, or you can help somebody else. If you're, if you are good at math, you can help somebody else and make a living out of it. So that's what we're looking at. Also, when you need help, you can also get on this platform and look for help. Somebody with consulting expertise, like lawyers and accountants, they can also use this. So it's a very open platform, and it's not limited to anybody, but we are trying to grow the younger generation to use that.
Yeah, your microphone is turning off, and please make your answers shorter so investors can ask you more questions.
Okay.
So how many users do you have on the platform today? I'm sorry, I missed it.
Oh, we have just a few, like double digits, like less than 100, but we're trying to grow that. We're gonna use this fund to run some programs in my children's high school. It's an art high school that has 2,000 kids that are very talented, and they are getting private lessons in instruments, whatnot, singing and all that. They are also giving out classes to other kids in academics and also in these kind of special skills and talents.
Right.
So we're hoping to raise this fund to have an ongoing, sorry, there's a siren behind it, to have an ongoing program with that school.
Wait, I think Rishi has a question.
Yes.
Yeah, so based on the fact that you're doing this with music students currently, is that the beachhead market that you're starting with to build your marketplace is in music?
Music is one thing, but it's not limited to that. We are like I'm teaching chemistry on there. I am teaching math on there, so it can be expanded to anything. We're just going to focus on music for now because that's a really big market already.
Right. So, and the final question to the Sharks: do you guys? Is there any Shark interested to connect with? All right. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Please share your GGW profile in the chat, support others. And we're moving on. And the next person to present is Max Dordevic. Max, you ready?
Yeah. Hopefully, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Oh, perfect. So we are a generative drug discovery company, so with an emphasis on neurological disease. So we conceptually, we apply sort of, that are sort of GPT-esque aspects, but to physics-based drug discovery. Right now, we're working on MS, a drug for stroke, and then another compound for glioblastoma. So we're currently seed stage. We've raised 1.82 right now, and we're raising a seed extension of 1.25. And that primarily is to take our discovery engine, get us into the wet lab, do some more validation work, and then essentially work with some of the partners that we've spoken to that are outside of two academic collaborations and two smaller biotechs working with us, but the sort of Gileads of the world, Biogens, those types of folks, Biohaven, that sort of category of company requires more sort of pre-IND level data, and that's the use of funds. But we've been around since late 21, and yeah, that's where we're at.
All right, thank you so much. Just spoke with Max recently. Their company is performing really well. So, dear Sharks, your questions. Is there anyone interested to ask a question?
Hello. Yeah, so I have a question.
Sure.
For Mark. Do you plan to conduct your own R&D, or you just want to provide some information and services to other biotech companies?
So, no, great question. So the business model is we, and this is a pretty standard early stage biotech deal where we take an upfront payment essentially to design the compounds in silico. We then basically hand those off around either an IND or a phase 1. And that essentially is then taken off our hands, and the pharma company basically takes the clinical risk. So there's milestones as it progresses through development, and then if it's approved, we get a royalty of a couple percentage points, and usually if it hit a certain revenue milestone, that royalty might increase. But that's the primary model. So at some point in the future, potentially a hybrid approach where we might take maybe a drug for pediatric rare disease that would be eligible for a priority review voucher, through ourselves. But right now it's a partnership model.
Mhm. Okay.
All right. Are there more questions?
I think Elena is the investor you want to talk to here.
Yes. Yeah, so just I would like to learn more, but maybe so on like separate call.
Yeah, happy to do that.
All right, so one shark is in and seems like a good match. It's fantastic. So what about the rest of the sharks? Okay, so
no more biotech questions.
It's all clear. It's very easy topic to discuss.
I was told Elena was the gal to speak to on this front. So
Yes.
happy to talk. We'll connect soon.
We will connect you by email. No worries. Today or tomorrow. So thank you. GGW profile here in the chat. Stay as much as you can, and yeah, thank you for your pitch. We're moving on to the next person. Appreciate that. Alex Rushevsky from Redca. Alex, you ready?
Ready.
All right, go for it. You got 2 minutes.
Yeah, hi Sharks. My name is Alex. I'm a CMO at Redcat. Today I'm going to be pitching our innovative, unique products that will help us to take the motorcyclist safety to a new level. Every day, 10 motorcyclists die on European roads, and per year this number goes up to 4,000 people. In the US, it's 5,600 people per year, and one of the main reasons is just simply hard to see a motorcyclist. We have created a solution thanks to which the motorcyclists can always be seen in any weather and any time. So the one that you can see on the background behind myself, it's a motorcycle tail brake light and turn signal repeater that attaches to your helmet and magically duplicates all the tail light indicators. So we sell our repeater for between 300 and 400 euros with a pretty healthy margin of 53%, and we also have a very large range of additional accessories. Global motorcycle market size is 16.9 billion euros, and European motorcycle market is 3.2 billion euros. The market of the repeaters only is estimated to be 90 million euros, and we are pretty confident we're going to be able to gain at least 20% of the market share with the products we've got over next 5 years. Today we have already tested MVP. We received 15 international patents and certificates. We've put 500,000 euros of our own investment, and we've got more than 1,000 pre-orders from 40 countries. And we are looking for an investment of 1.5 million euros with the angelic increments of 100,000 euros. And that is going to allow us to get a product expected by the market, get European certification, set up production in Spain from at least 1,000 repeaters per month, and prepare for mass production. We are going to need between 18 to 24 months for this iteration. And yeah, hopefully I fit in 2 minutes, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Thank you. You just had 3 more seconds. Thank you. Appreciate that. Dear Sharks, your questions.
So just curious, the items that are pre-ordered, have you started to deliver on those items, or is the capital that you're raising to fund those particular units?
That's correct. So if you get the Shark on board, if you get our, if you go through this fundraising round, we are going to be able only to produce 1,000 of the items. So we don't have none of them yet. We only have like some prototypes and ready tested MVP.
What's the margin that you're getting out of those?
Yeah, we've got a pretty healthy margin. We've got 53%. And the price range, like for the retail price, is going to be between 300 and 400 euros, depending on the exact model. So we do have a good chance to get into retail stores, actually.
Okay.
Keshia?
If no one has other questions, I have a comment about your website, Alex. So as you were talking, I was, pulling it up here, and I can't access any of your content without giving you access to my notifications.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we are gonna be.
Heads up.
We will fix it for sure. Yeah, we are. Yeah, probably that's something we need to kind of work out. Thank you for this comment.
Thank you very much. Any of the sharks are interested to connect? Are you guys in? Okay. So thank you, Alex. Appreciate that. Great pitch. Good job. So please share your GGW profile in the chat and support others. And we're moving on to the next founder. We have lots of founders willing to pitch today. Thank you. And the next one is Chris Liptak. Chris, are you there? You ready? Okay, Chris, turn on your mic.
Hello, I'm here. I'm ready. How are you?
Doing well. Yeah, great to see you. You got 2 minutes. Go for it.
Okay. Hi, my name is Chris Liptak. I'm from Sydney, Australia. What I've designed is called Instacook. It's basically the world's first handheld portable cooking device. It basically runs on, we're working on clean energy at the moment. So what it does, it can cook anywhere up to 280 degrees. All the other products out there, basically the ones that they show you that plug into car recharger ports only go up to 130 degrees. Now you can basically cook with the standard battery, which is here, clips on. It's a 26-minute battery that goes on there. You can cook anywhere from 100 degrees up to 280 degrees. You can cook scrambled eggs within 90 seconds. With that, basically what we've done as well to bring your cost down to zero, I've made a portable solar power panel. Basically what this does is for 3 hours of sunlight per day, it's completely folded out, fits into a laptop bag. For 3 hours of sunlight per day, you get 26-minute runtime. An average meal can take 90 seconds to cook scrambled eggs, up to about 3 or 4 minutes to cook a meal. You can cook stir fries, you can put your last night's dinner in there, take it to your table. It's not designed just for campers, it's designed for people who actually go to work. There's 50 people in there with, I'm sorry, I'm a bit nervous, 50 people in there with one microwave. It's got a lid that goes on top of it, so you can put last night's dinner in there. I don't know if you can see that or not. And basically you can put it in there, put it in your backpack, take it to work, take it to a park picnic. Basically, I'll hold it up. I don't know if any of you guys can see that. And pretty much what happens from there, you can cook basically anything 24 hours a day, wherever you want, on your bed, at home, in your kitchenette, or at work, or in a park, or on land, or basically on a site. Now, that's pretty much what I'm doing. So I'm looking at raising $350,000 for 35% equity and royalties as well. Now, with that, what I'm going to be doing, it's a prototype.
Please wrap it up.
Okay, so it's been fully tested. It's been fully tested and it works perfectly. I just need to get it I've had a lot of interest in it, and I've done demonstrations, and I've basically got to get it to the production stage, which would cost it. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, you're past time, and please try to be in the time frames.
I will do.
People to pitch, but great job. And we have a founder from Australia. It's very late there, so really appreciate that you joined us. So
yeah, I just woke up as well. So,
dear Sharks, your questions.
Thank you, Chris. Quick question around, if you're doing some smoke tests, can you talk a little bit about early interest?
Early interest. Okay, so I used to live in a share house where a lot of people that I lived with actually wanted to buy the product and was asking me where I can buy it. Now, I've done some demonstrations. I was on some angel investor websites. I've pretty much done demonstrations, cooking chicken, cooking stir fry, fish, stews, whichever it is. They're all want to jump on board, but basically I need to get it from this prototype, which is fully functional. All the designs are done, everything's ready to go, to the actual marketing stage where I can produce the product and get it out there. So I'm the only one who's actually created this. It weighs about 2 kilos. And I know I'm waffling on a little bit, but I do apologize. Weighs about 2 kilos and you can take it pretty much anywhere. But I don't have any sales yet, but I just want to get it to market. website so I can get it out there and sell at retail and online. And there'll be basically the cost of building is anywhere from $35 to $49, depending on the quality. And then selling at about 100. Okay.
Yeah, just let the sharks ask you questions. That's actually, you get a lot of value from them.
Not a problem.
How long have you been building this product, Chris?
Okay, it's to perfect it, because every engineer told me I wouldn't be able to get it running for more than 4 minutes. It took me 2 years to perfect it, and lots of batteries, it's a lot more complicated than it looks, because it actually does cook. But it took me 2 years to working day and night, spending all my money into doing this. It's got a patent pending, but yes, 2 years, a bit over 2 years.
All right. Are there more questions from the sharks? Anyone interested to connect?
You mentioned a lot of use cases, but who's the ideal customer that's going to be your early adopter for this?
Okay, so the ideal customer would be people that are basically living in, like, we're in Sydney, we live in small units, we don't really have proper kitchens, there's nowhere to cook here, so people want to be able to cook in their own rooms. I'm basically aiming it at some camping, students, people living in small like units and so forth, people that are on job sites and want to heat up or cook their lunch or dinner, and pretty much everyone who doesn't have access to a stove or cooking device that can use this. Not just everyone thinks campers, but I'm looking at expanding it to students, workers, people working on site, people that are far away from home, truck drivers, everything like that. So that's who I'm aiming for.
All right, thank you. And the final question to the sharks, anyone interested to connect? Okay, congratulations. We have Rishi willing to connect. So one shark is in, congratulations. So well done. Please share your contacts and GGW profile here in the chat, and we will connect you after the event today or tomorrow. The next person to present is, thank you. And yeah, thank you for coming so late. Yumidi Emery Grimace. Sorry if I didn't pronounce well.
Hi. Yeah. Hi, nice to meet you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you got 2 minutes.
Okay, thank you very much. Hi, nice to meet you. I'm Emery, CEO and co-founder of Yumidi. We are the health tech company which are providing for data scientists to assure the quality of the medical data, especially for clinical research. As the AI grows, as the demand of the AI grows, the need for the quality control is also really rise. But in the medical space, the importance of the medical quality of the data is totally different, because even the minor error can lead to the life-threatening error in the analytics. So that's why we provided to for the data scientists who spend over than 60% of times for cleansing and the pre-processing of the data. We are providing a software which can allow them to automate the detection of the error in the medical record. We are the originally from Japan company, but we are selected into the Alchemist Accelerator program this year. And just we finished the TechCrunch Battlefield 200 yesterday. And so we are just new to the US market. We are trying to expand the market. So in attraction, in Japan, we currently have 12 customers, and then from the tech pharma giant to biotech and insurers, and also academic at the hospitals, resulting in the ARR approximately 200,000. So yeah, well, we are asking the new network of the investors from the US as well. So please give us a chance to the continuous conversation. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Right on time. Thank you. Dear Sharks, your questions. Elena, your microphone's off.
I'm sorry. Yeah, so I have a question. You mentioned that you are based in Japan. Do you have a US legal entity and US team?
Yes. Actually, just I relocated to Boston 2 months ago, and we are planning to incorporate the US entity by the end of this year, along the demo day of the Alchemist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you have some maybe presentation, you can send me.
Oh yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, appreciate
Connect
it.
with why after the event.
Thank you.
Right? One shark is in.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done. What about the rest of the sharks?
Who is a typical buyer? Is it the hospital? Is it the medical provider? Is it insurance companies?
The half in the data provider side, like a hospital, and half is the data user side, pharmaceutical. The interesting in the both sides are really interesting, to our product because they both had the data scientists. So similar pain they have.
Are you all already connected with JETRO and organizations like that?
Yeah, actually, yeah, we are utilize the JETRO program as well. Thank you.
I'd be interested in seeing a pitch deck too.
Oh, thank you very much.
2 sharks are in. Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Yemedi. Appreciate that. And we're moving to the next founder. Just a quick small announcement, 2 small announcements. First, Benjamin excused himself. He had to go to the other meeting. It was agreed with him before. And he just wished everyone success in their pitches. And the other thing that we just recently got the news from Anderson Horowitz that they will be supporting us at the next pitch events in October, so with Tech Week. So this is a great news for all of you to actually participate even more active. Now, the next person is Evgeny Neverev from Red Pat Games. Evgeny, you ready?
Yeah, yep. Hello, everybody. My name is Eugen, and I'm co-founder of Red Pat Games. As a company, we are game developer first. We present our first product. You could see it on my virtual phone. Dustland is a post-apocalyptic multiplayer action like extraction survival. The main part is that we not just give you a good game, good quality game on Unreal Engine 5 and other parts. Yeah, we give you the second slide, the second floor of this product. We give to players opportunity to earn money, but not in classic crypto world. Like, you need to buy something to sell something. No, if you are gamers, maybe from one of Shark is gamer, you know the Steam marketplace and Steam trade market, where you can sell all skins that you have and you earn it from games and other parts. We give you the same possibility, but this is the main problem on Steam. On Steam, you can't withdraw your money from your Steam account to your bank account. By using our own marketplace that we already developed and on beta testing side, we give you this opportunity by our own token based on Binance Smart Chain. The game will be released on early access on this year, first PC, and after a couple months, we go to the full release. After that, we go into multi-platform like consoles, mobiles, VR, and others. And this is not just a game. This is a start and proof of success of ecosystem.
Time, please wrap it up.
Okay, the ecosystem that we give you as another game developers opportunity to use our marketplace as SaaS service. Dear Sharks, any questions?
Thank you. Any questions?
First off, where are you located at?
I am located in Kazakhstan, but our company is Switzerland.
Switzerland. Okay. And about how close are you to releasing the game, or do you need capital to release the game?
We need capital. We wanted to take about $2 million with minimal check of 15,000. that we go into market, because the main part of game is developed already. We can send you a Steam case to beta test, but the main part of game development budget is marketing.
And can you explain a little bit more about the token?
About token, we create our own token called RPGC. It's Binance Smart Chain based. By this token, we use to approve and look at transactions between gamers. That gamer, just for example, I sell to you some skin, and I need to take your money. Yep, you send it through the system. The system see the transaction because it's on crypto token. Yeah, and after that, the system approve transfer skin from one player to another player.
Interesting. Okay, yeah, I'd like to set up a meeting. I'm not sure if our investment committee will be interested, but I know some investors who may be.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Shark is in. What about the rest? Is it okay? Anyone else have questions? Okay. Thank you very much, Eugene.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye bye.
Yeah, well done. We're moving on, and the next person to present is Payom Niazmandi. And sorry, everyone, if I pronounce your name incorrectly. I don't mean it. Well, Naom, are you ready? Payom? Okay, so the next person is Islam Midov. Islam, are you there?
Yeah, thank you, Daniel. Hi, everyone. My name is Islam. I am CEO and co-founder of Copilot3. We make, we want to solve long-existing problem that to make a good travel plan, you need to spend a lot of hours. So the process is inefficient, unpersonalized, especially it's frustrating when you're already on a trip. Travel businesses experience the problem from the other side because users jump between sites. They have low conversion and need to acquire at the end of a buying cycle. So there are two ways to solve it, mainly traditional customer services like Priceless from MasterCard or standard online resources like Google Maps or TripAdvisor. All have shortcomings. One of them is slow, expensive. Another one is unpersonalized. So we made travel assistant, virtual travel assistant, that combines great UI with modern AI technologies. So we see our travel planner as specializing in destination itineraries. And it's more than just travel planner. It's used for replanning use cases. 20% of users use it for finding hidden gems in their hometown. And we started 5 months ago. After that, we won product over day on Product Hunt, got some viral growth, 60,000 users. We started monetization. It's freemium business model, 2K MRR. And got the first B2B client for 20K. So our go-to-market is starting from B2C. It's based on viral part now and content. But overall, long-term strategy is to win B2B. We started from B2C because it's much easier to get inbound leads, win outbound when you have
Islam, please wrap it up. Your past time.
Yeah, just small wrap up. We have a great team with relevant expertise. I came from investment side myself. Was nominated for Forbes 30 Under 30. My co-founder has 20 plus years in IT. And we're raising a pre-seed round of 500K.
All right, thank you. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions? So the person from Forbes 30 Under 30. That's great. Well done.
Thank you.
Sorry, could you confirm what is your seed round that you're looking to raise?
Yeah, we're raising 500K.
Okay. Anyone else have a question?
So it sounds like right now you're really like it's product-led growth. Can you talk to us a little bit about your current traction?
Yeah, so we won product hunt 2 months ago. After that, we got viral growth. So about we reached 37 monthly active users. After that, we got some decline, but overall, it's about 20 monthly active users without any paid marketing. Bloggers around the globe share our product. Yeah, so it's just huge pain that existed for a long time. So with great UI and modern technology, finally it can be solved, because the most difficult part, the searching in unstructured text content around the web, finally can be solved with large language models.
Thank you. Are there any sharks interested to connect? Okay, Islam, great job. Please share your details, your GGW profile, and we're moving on. We have lots of founders willing to speak, get a chance to speak with our investors. And Terry Volozhin. Are you there?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah, you got 2 minutes.
Outstanding. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Imagine a pizzeria deciding not to deliver pizzas because their tricycles just couldn't get pizzas hot to the customer in under 30 minutes. I mean, it sounds absurd, right? And yet countless companies are giving up on remote work simply because the collaboration tools they've been using are the corporate equivalent of tricycles. Companies are sliding backward into the history of work by returning workers back to the office. Even Zoom, a leader in remote communication, fell into the tricycle trap, recalling their own workforce back to the office because they recognize the limitations of their own product for remote work. Leeward Digital Workplace helps organizations to evolve to the future of work by addressing the collaboration, productivity, and team cohesion requirements of organizations who are working remotely and hybrid. We've designed over 100 pre-built virtual business environments and services, offices, boardrooms, classrooms, showrooms, auditoriums, and more, filled with tools like whiteboards, file and screen sharing, and even AI assistants that organizations can use to support their hybrid and remote workforce. Imagine remote teams accomplishing in just 45 minutes what once took a week. And that's not a hypothetical. It's feedback from our initial customers who've experienced firsthand our virtual environments. Our solution is accessible from any browser without any additional downloads, and VR headsets are optional. It's a B2B SaaS model billed monthly, just 3 weeks post-launch, and we're already servicing clients and making waves. Now let's talk numbers. We're entering a market with an $810 billion TAM, starting with a $30 million pipeline that we've already built up. We've already signed up resellers in Florida and Toronto, and we've laid the foundation for global sales by partnering with a merchant of record. Today, we're opening our doors to visionaries like you. We're raising our first funding with $1 million safe to help us close our pipe and do additional engineering. Our long-term vision is this. With Apple's imminent entry into AR with their goggles, our ambition is to evolve Leeward to be the go-to content delivery platform for business VR and AR. In essence, we're offering more than just another collaboration tool. We're shaping the future of work. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I love your energy. Right on time. Thank you. Yeah, Sharks, any questions?
Hey, Terry, you mentioned that you have a $30 million pipeline.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit?
So we've bifurcated our go-to-market. I mentioned that we've already got 2 resellers. We've got them focused on the SMB, SME market, the small, mid-sized businesses. Internally, we're building our own internal sales team. So we're actually already engaging with financial services companies, manufacturers, and others. And that's really the bulk of the pipeline right now, is dealing with those over the next 2 to 3 years. And I mean, I was amazed. Literally, when you start talking to even just a few of these organizations, especially when you're talking financial services and public sector, the numbers get stupid fast. You understand why SaaS is so lucrative. So we actually literally have built up a $30 million pipeline that we want to execute on over the next 2 to 3 years.
Have you executed any LOIs or any?
So we're in a proof of concept, 2 proof of concepts right now. And we've got a third one that crossed fingers we just started talking to this week that will lead to to business as well. They've already, interesting enough, and I invite you to actually hit our Calendly, and I'll take you for a tour in our virtual spaces, where a lot of these are modeled like almost like video game assets, but we can also do real scanned images. So one public sector organization we're working with right now have already scanned their offices, and we're going to turn them into a virtual office for them to turn around and use virtually. Really cool.
Interesting. Yeah, I'd be interested in seeing a pitch there.
Excellent.
One shark is in. We'll connect you after the event. What about the rest?
Thank you.
Gary, can you tell us a little bit about how you're differentiating yourselves? There's a lot of products like this, right? We saw.
That's an excellent question. There's no products like this. That's facetious. Okay, absolutely, you're right. I mean, you talk about Verbella and Meta and whatnot. The reality is a lot of the competitors in this space have built their own engines based on Unity or Unreal. And if you're following the space at all, you know that Unity, for example, just upped their prices for runtime. So I feel sorry for them. We are pure SaaS. In other words, there's nothing to download. So a user of our, and I mentioned, we have over 100 already pre-built. Our customers can literally change scenes at a click of a button. So you could be in one moment standing, and I'm not exaggerating, we have one, it's a boardroom on a tropical island. You literally hear the waves crashing and see the sharks. At the next minute, they could be standing in a 10-story office building that we have. So, we've made it very flexible, and it includes being able to use it on a cell phone, on a tablet, on a notebook, on any, whether it's Linux or Mac or Windows. So differentiation-wise, we are incredibly flexible. The others are locked into game engines running almost exclusively on Windows and on workstations with great graphics cards, and in some cases requiring VR. Accenture, as an example, built their own, they call it the nth floor, for onboarding and training in a game engine. And you get an Oculus Rift, and everyone loves it for 2 weeks of training, and then it goes on a shelf. They could continue to use their virtual environments if they were using us. That's our differentiation.
All right.
Sorry, Keshia, you're muted. Are you interested in the pitch deck too?
Oh,
come on. Come visit us at least.
Send it over. Send it over.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, please no pushing. Okay, thanks. So 2 sharks are in. All right.
I was hoping for the trifecta, like you said, Daniel. I'm looking for everybody, but I do welcome you, though. Seriously, in all seriousness, I do welcome you to book some time with us to actually visit us in our virtual offices. We work remotely. We live our own product. We work completely remotely. We have all our meetings in our virtual offices.
We got a lot of startups to pitch, but really appreciate and thank you for the energy.
Thank you so much.
All right, so the next person to present is Adam Ashley from PlusUp. Adam.
Hey guys, I'm Adam Ashley, founder and CEO of PlusUp, and I'm also the father of 2 amazing boys. And if you're a parent, you know how challenging it can be to raise well-behaved kids. When our boys first started acting up, my wife and I did a lot of reading. We tried behavior charts and some other methods, but with our busy schedules, we couldn't find a solution that consistently worked for our family. It turns out that 78% of parents today have the same problem that we did, and we realized that there was an incredible opportunity to create a platform that leverages technology to gamify good behavior in a way that's really fun for kids and easy for parents. Our product, Good Timer, is an interactive educational platform that helps kids learn healthy habits using proven positive reinforcement methods so that the whole family can feel more peaceful and connected. So far, we've sold roughly 11,000 Good Timers directly to parents all over the world, generating nearly $1 million in gross revenue. Good Timer has received hundreds of 5-star product reviews, earned 9 parenting product awards, and been featured by over 200 media outlets, including Popular Science and NBC News. The current version of Good Timer was designed to be an MVP to prove product market fit, but it's always been our vision to make Good Timer a smart IoT device that leverages machine learning to meet the unique needs of each child as they grow and reach new developmental milestones. So that's what we're working on now. This year, we'll launch our next generation product called Good Timer Plus with a mobile app that will provide an even more effective solution for parents while expanding recurring revenue through subscriptions and affiliate partnerships. Earlier this year, we accepted $250,000 in pre-seed funding from Techstars and Conscious Venture Labs to kick off development of Good Timer Plus. And we recently kicked off a $1 million seed round to fuel continued growth and launch the platform platform later this year. So far, our round is more than 50% subscribed, and we plan to close it soon. Please reach out to me if you'd like to learn more about PlusUp, and I'd be happy to give you a demo of our next generation platform that's poised to become a must-have solution for every parent. How did I do on time?
Yep, you are. Well, thank you so much, dear Sharks. Your questions. Funded by Techstars. Anyone wants to go first?
Yeah, if you could just speak to the traction that you had thus far, and kind of how you plan to use that for the launch of the.
Sure. So I mentioned before that we've sold about 11,000 Good Timer units directly to consumers. We're driving most of our sales through pay-per-click ads and most recently influencer marketing strategies. And our ROAS has been running around 2.6 on those pay-per-click ads. And our plan is to launch the new platform later this year, reach out to our existing customers and have them upgrade. And through the app, they'll have access to a dashboard of performance data and some really great parenting resources to help them address specific behaviors. And that platform will have a recurring revenue subscription model. Was that your question? Did that answer your question on our traction?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
And are you currently talking to any retailers right now?
We have about 5 or 6 affiliate partners, e-commerce affiliate partners, including obviously Amazon.com, Walmart.com, Stack Commerce, Ally ABA, but we're really focused on a direct-to-consumer model right now. At my last business, I ran another consumer product business and exited that one. And we fell into the trap of retail. So never say never, but we're really focused on connecting directly with our customers where we can really help them and improve and have improved margins.
Okay, thank you. Anyone else interested to ask any questions? Are you guys in or out? Okay, thank you, Adam. Great job. Very nice presentation. Some of the people in the chat saying good stuff about your pitching. So well done. Really great, good pitch. Thank you.
Thanks, guys. I appreciate the opportunity.
Yeah, please share your contact details. We have more investors in the chat. So yeah, and support others. The next person, thank you. The next person to present is George Antakis from Parkwick. George? George, are you there?
Yeah, I'm George Antakis. I'm located in United Arab Emirates. I'm the founder and CEO of Packweek. Actually, Packweek lets you send items to travelers rather than couriers. Because in today's world, efficient and quick deliveries usually are very important for both individuals and companies. And due to our experience, the courier services might be expensive and high shipping rates frustrate the customers. In addition to the routine and delays, which usually result to unhappy customers. So we found out that shipping fees represent an important impact when sending items using courier services. And delay and routine also makes unhappy, as I said. In addition to the absence of any easy solution to find travelers nearby that can handle those delivery. So we imagined a world where shipping is more than cost effective. It helps to make connection between people from different lifestyles. We wanted a win-win situation or solution where shipping is more than a transaction, where it connects people, where it gives benefits to both senders and travelers. That senders could be able to save money while sending anywhere, anytime, and travelers could be able to make money while traveling. So we founded Packweek, the first of its kind in United Arab Emirates and Middle East. Packweek is an all-in-one platform that lets you send securely items with travelers rather than courier, and faster and cheaper than any usual courier also. That's it.
Well done, right on time. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay.
If you ask any question, yeah.
Yes, Sharks, if you.
Yes. Yeah, so just a quick question. How do you get around kind of all the regulatory around this, right? I mean, anybody who checks into an airline or checks into any public transit, they always ask you, are you carrying packages that you know or unknown? So just curious to know the regulatory, how you're getting around that.
Yeah, it's a very good question. Actually, it's not unknown for the traveler because whenever he reaches our platform, which is a mobile app, he can see by himself the item and the description. The item must be delivered to the traveler unpacked and sealed. So he can inspect it by himself. He can pack it by himself in his bag. So he will be aware 100% about what he's carrying. That's it. So this is on the collecting date. And even on the delivery date, the recipient must collect the item also. It's not always by airlines, by the way. It could be local, regional, or international. It could be cross-border or inside the cities. It is whenever anybody is moving from point A to point B, he has an empty space, he can monetize his extra weight or extra luggage, or even extra space that he owns. That's it.
Thank you. Any more questions to George?
I think I had the same question that Rish had, but an extension of that. What about insurance? Are you able to provide anything like that? Have you talked to any of the major insurers to partner with them?
Actually, I've been in touch with two local and international brokers for insurance. They are waiting for some claims from me in order to customize a solution because it's under the maritime insurance. For the time being, we are providing an indemnity service, which is on our own, which is an optional service for senders where they can fix by themselves the amount of compensation up to 500 USD against 10% policy. We provide three main services: the indemnity, the regular shipment, which is it's a peer-to-peer delivery service between senders and travelers. We also provide a VIP and emergency service, which is a door-to-door delivery. It will be carried by Pack Week crew within 24 hours, regional, local, or international. Those are our three main services where we have three main income streams. Our business model is on a commission basis. We charge 30% for the regular shipment on the agreed amount between senders and travelers. We charge 10% of the indemnity amount, and the whole amount of the VIP emergency service is in favor of Pack Week.
Thank you.
By the way, we are launched 1 month ago on the 2nd of August. Within the first month, we organically attracted 100 users because in September is the best month to start working in United Arab Emirates. Before that, everybody is on holiday. So now we are starting our paid campaigns.
Okay, let's ask investors. Let's ask investors if there are more questions. Appreciate that. Are there more questions to George? Anyone interested to connect?
It's not for us, but I may have somebody that's interested. Love to get.
So do you want us to connect, Rish? I didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, so one shark is in, despite you're not fit to them, but there might be some interesting.
Thank you very much. This is my. Thank you.
Congratulations, and we're moving on to the next one.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. And so the next one is Mats Schmidt Peterson from HippoBuild. Mats, are you ready? You there?
Of course, I'm ready. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, go for it. You got 2 minutes.
Great. Thank you. Hi, everybody. My name is Mats Peterson. I'm the founder and CEO of HippoBuild. And we basically focus on improving inefficiencies in the construction market. We've built a vertical SaaS for medium constructors, which allows us to improve their operations, but also improve the supply chain inefficiencies. Because upwards of $22 billion is lost annually in Latin America alone for these medium constructors, because they can't access the right priced materials and they have inefficiency in their operations. So we give them a free software which allows them to accurately track their on-site progress, improve how they track their inventory, and also streamline their purchasing. And with this free software, that allows us to predict their buying behavior. So we can group multiple purchases from different projects into one order for the biggest providers in the market. Thereby, we lower the price a lot on this material and really impact the bottom line of these constructors. Actually, September is our first profitable month, so we're celebrating a little bit as we're not even done with the month, but we're already profitable, so really happy about that. And then we're opening up Mexico market as well. With that, we're sort of raising a small, modest round, not the $1 million that you've been hearing everybody else raising, but we're aiming for about $500,000, which will put us in a really good situation so that next year we can do a strong Series A. So right now we're getting ready for that fundraise. Haven't secured any checks yet, but would really love feedback, advice. If anybody's interested in getting on board, like we can for sure have that conversation right before we start the official fundraise. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. The right picture on the background. Yeah, well done. So, so dear Sharks, what's your questions?
Mads, you mentioned that you're getting ready to launch in Mexico. Where are you active today?
In Colombia. Sorry, I should have mentioned that. Yeah.
Okay. Are there more questions from anyone?
Yeah, we it's a little bit off thesis for us, but would be happy to connect. I might have somebody interested.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, please send over a pitch deck.
Two Sharks,
For sure.
Fantastic. Congratulations. Anyone else?
Thank you.
Thank you, Matt. Appreciate that. It was quick and you make it count. We're moving on. Please share your details in the chat. And the next person to present is Frederick Kars from Idea Pros.
Hey guys, $10 billion. That's not the size of my addressable market. That's the volume in my sales funnel. I started Idea Pros a few years ago to address the 99% of people that are entrepreneurs that you guys will never speak to. No venture capital firm will speak to, no angel groups, no accelerators or incubators. They're really the outsiders that make up the vast majority of the 550,000 new entrepreneurs in America every single month. So I created an upside down venture capital firm, if you will. We have people pay us to work with us, an average of $100,000 up front, plus 30% of the company we're going to form together. I've had 100,000 applications. That's where the $10 billion number comes from. If 99% of them are liars, it's $100 million. We've generated $24 million so far with the company. We have now changed up our model to get smaller pieces, starting with free memberships, and I need to raise $7.5 million to get us to that next level. I've self-funded until now. I put in over $2 million of my own money. I've had 2 companies that I've created that have gotten to $1 billion in valuation. I think this is going to be my biggest play yet. I was just at the business show in Los Angeles for 2 days. These are some of the entrepreneurs that were there. I did about $300,000 of business in 2 days. The demand is incredible. Nobody is servicing these people, and we act generally like a co-founder. You pay me that much money. It's a lot of money, but in exchange, we literally do everything. We sit and train you as an entrepreneur while we build your idea out into a company. Again, we have 400 companies now. The projected value of the top 24 is about $2.5 billion on our books. It'll be 3, 4, 5 years until they get there. But we have 22% EBITDA on the money that we make right now. So a venture capital firm maybe make money on 20%, 10% of your deals. We make money on every single deal that we touch. We provide a great service, we provide mentorship, and we provide all the heavy lifting.
Thank you, Frederick. You passed time. Thank you so much. Doesn't sound like a startup, but I mean, the investors might prove me wrong. So, do you have any questions to Frederick? Anyone?
Frederick, is this a services company in the sense of like you're connecting them with some mentorship, helping them incorporate, helping them, almost like a PE play, I guess, small scale PE?
It's more than services. We actually provide, for example, if somebody was going to build an app, we would help them build a company. And part of that is actually building the app. So the heavy lifting, like engineering and app development, we have dedicated contractors we work with for that. We think of us as a real strategic play. We kind of really position you, find a hole in the marketplace, and build that organization around that opportunity in the marketplace.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Just maybe a few quick questions, guys, but it's like we have lots of startups willing to raise, and with all respect to your model, but it's more this stage for the startups, with all respect to you. Trip, did you have a question?
Yeah, just obviously $100,000 for a small scale startup is a lot of money. How do you have them paying that money? Are you having them pay in monthly payments, or?
No, people pay up front. The kind of outsider entrepreneurs of America are 30 to 55 years old. they're in the corporate world, middle market, or senior executives in that world, and they want to change their lives. They have a lot of savings. Most of them are getting ready to spend 100, 200,000 on an app, or a couple $100,000 to engineer their product idea. We are really a startup because we're trying to get to $1 billion in revenue here over the next 3 years, and we're just on the very beginning of that. It's a huge untapped market where 99% of entrepreneurs are not really given a comprehensive solution. Most of the people that signed up with me over the last couple of days, they're talking about they need guidance. They don't want to go it alone. They don't have any way to build structure around what they're trying to do for the first time. They're well educated, they're well financed, and they need help.
Thank you. Thank you. So if anyone interested to connect, we'll definitely connect you. Thank you, Frederick, so much for your presentation and for help you're doing to entrepreneurs. Appreciate that.
Thanks.
We're moving on to the next founder. We have very little time left, so maybe a few projects we'll take. The next would be, just one second, Aidan Aidangali from QTAP. Aidan, you ready?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Go for it. You got 2 minutes.
Yep. Thanks for having me. Hi, everyone. My name is Aidan. I'm a co-founder at QTAP. QTAP is a next-level link in bio with the personalization tools, monetization, and analytics. Well, nowadays, establishing a strong online presence is crucial. You need to maintain a presence on several platforms at once and drive the audience away from one platform to another. As a creative, as an entrepreneur, as a small business, that might be too much for you. You lose a significant part of your potential leads or clients somewhere in between, especially when you force them to move to yet another platform to complete a transaction. Furthermore, SMEs and content creators always have to adapt to ever-changing rules and algorithms of different social platforms, sacrificing their own uniqueness. What we aim to is to redefine digital engagement for creators and marketers. Current link in bio tools are basic. They lack personalization tools, they lack monetization and in-depth analytics. What we offer is an easy-to-use tool, giving the end user as much control over their page as possible, while still trying to make it as simple as possible. Our goal is to make website building easier than ever. Content creator market is growing incredibly fast. Our obtainable market is around $1 billion. For the past several months since launch, our platform has already reached more than 20,000 users in Central Asia. We have almost 500K visits per month. It's more than 150K of unique visitors. We have already raised $500,000 pre-seed investments, and our business model includes 3 parts. It's a subscription to extra functionality, including monetization, card processing fee, and last but not least are freemium features such as verification marks, personal domains, and more. We are looking for $2 million investments to cover marketing costs, expand the team, and deepen platform functionality in connection with the expansion to the US market. Thank you for your time, and I welcome any questions or discussions.
Thank you. Appreciate that. Yes, Sharks, your questions. Anyone wants to start? Rish, do you have questions?
Yeah, sure. Ask a question. There's so many solutions for creators that are out there that are going after this market. What's your differentiator as you are building it right now?
Yeah, let's say let's take, for example, OnlyFans or Patreon, the services that also give content creators the ability to monetize their content or sell digital products. What we make is we make a model structural website building platform that is easy for a small business that already faces a lot of problems. They face very high competition on the market, so they can use community-based, community-made templates to easily make a single central hub where they can drive all the audiences from different platforms and sell in one place. We're trying to simplify the whole process. You don't lose your potential clients or leads. It's just like website building, but it doesn't depend on high skills. You don't need to hire a designer or a developer to build yourself a new website. So we're trying to, in that case, educate our users how to not to adapt to platforms, but to enhance their uniqueness.
Yeah, thank you. Any more questions from anyone else? Okay, all right. So thank you, Aydin. Please share your contacts and GGW profile here in the chat. And we have 15 minutes left before we close the session. We have more startups to pitch. The next would be Jonathan Chasper. Jonathan, you ready?
I am ready. Hi, everyone.
Hello. 2 minutes.
Can you hear me? Okay, so everyone, I'm Jonathan Chasper, CEO and founder of Wolfpack. We're a travel tech startup. We're seeking investment of $500,000 for 10% stake in our company, and we're going to use this money for focusing on sales and revenue growth. I started Wolfpack back in 2017. I put about 1.2 million in it to bring it to where it is today. Initially, our focus was on a B2C solution, but over the time, we recognized there's an untapped potential in serving tour operators in travel tech, and we pivoted into a B2B SaaS solution, focusing on what we call the in-tour experience problem. Let's talk a little bit about the problem we're trying to solve. So creating a fulfilling tour experience is really much more challenging than ever. The term experience is the new rich. People actually are ready to pay for experiences addressing their COVID-induced pinned-up need to travel. But many operators still rely on traditional methods. They're using paper or email-based itineraries, actually using umbrellas as their number one technology in tour experience management today, and we're looking to disrupt that market. With all the changes out there, the following experience is often frustrating and very disappointing for the traveler. So we're focusing on the in-trip experience, creating the first real solution to allow tour operators to deliver lifelong, memorable experiences. We're setting 5-star reviews. For that, we provide them with 3 things. The first one is itinerary building, real-time communication, and real-time visibility. This results in superior reviews, better customer retention, and business expansion. We already have the customers to actually prove that. That's pretty much it. Any questions, any thoughts? I'm happy to answer.
Thank you very much. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions to this founder? Trip, Keshia?
Jonathan, what has your traction been so far?
So on the B2C side, we actually had about 100,000 users using our system with 20 million miles traveled, more than 20,000 trips planned. We just started on the B2B side in March. We now have 8 pilots. 3 of them are actually going to be sending their first checks to us this month.
And how much are you making off of those 3 checks?
So they're going to be very low. I'm thinking we're probably going to be total in the 4 figures, so it's not going to be huge, but it's definitely a big start for us. It's the first time we're actually charging on our SaaS product, and we're getting very, very good responses to that.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Jonathan, you're too early for me, but let me know if things go well in the next 6 to 12 months. Connect with me on LinkedIn.
Happy to. Thank you.
Awesome. Are there more Sharks interested to connect? Okay, Jonathan, great job. Thank you for presentation and share your details in the chat and keep supporting others. Thank you so much for the presentation.
Thank you.
All right, so the final project for today would be John Carreri. John, are you ready? Hello, John, are you there? Okay, so if not there, then we'll take another person. Okay, so
I'm here.
Are you?
I'm here.
Okay. Hi, my name is John Carreri. I'm CEO of a company called Energy Cloud. Our company's focused on making buildings healthy and efficient. Our two main product lines are Hummingbird, which basically deactivates COVID-19 in the air. Our strategic competitive advantage in that regard is our testing was done at USC Keck School of Medicine, and we instantly deactivate it, and we've proven it with actual airflow, which is a huge differentiation versus any competitors. And then beyond pandemics, our system removes VOCs and other harmful gases in our environments. We've got great traction already. We're doing stadiums, we're doing food production, we've got 5-star resorts. We're raising right now $8 million for a Series A, and we've already completed a seed round. And our products also measure everything else in the building, energy, water, and gas for efficiency. And so we're looking at about a $70 billion market with healthy buildings alone, and more than that with all the other energy saving features that we have. And happy to answer any questions.
Oh, that was fast. Thank you. Dear Sharks, do you have any questions while I put everyone back to the room?
Yeah, go ahead.
No, please.
All right. John, so you said you have the Hummingbird going in stadiums, 5-star resorts. How much have you made off these kind of beta tests?
We've done over $500,000. Typical transaction size per building. It really depends on the building. As you know, like I said, we've done Petco Park, we've done Chick-fil-A's, one of their food production facilities. We've done a high-end residential where I'm actually going right now to one of our investors' homes where he's putting in $100,000 of equipment. So we're primarily focused on the B2B market, but also we will be doing some luxury residential as well. But it's really just depends on the type of building type that we're doing, but it's primarily focused commercial. We just opened up the UAE, so we're approved to import into UAE. We immediately got a top-notch hotel that we're going to outfit as a hotel of the future with Hummingbird and our G-meter system before the COP28 UN conference comes in. So there's a lot of traction and pipeline that I'd be happy to share with you.
Yeah, I have a lot more questions, but let's set up a meeting and we'll talk more.
Great.
You got
John,
it.
what's your current MRR? It's a SaaS.
It's a hardware and SaaS model. So what we do has to have good hardware sensing elements. So all of our metering is revenue grade, and all of our other sensors and things are usually at a higher level. For instance, a typical particulate thing only lasts 4 years. The one we have in last 10 years. So as far as our margins are typically 40% after we pay our commissions to our outside sales reps as well. We're building an outside sales force that already has existing customers so that we can penetrate the market quicker. We'll probably believe that we've already had acquisition offers. We believe we'll probably be acquired within 2 years by very large players in the market. I don't know, did I answer all the elements that you want there? Or?
Okay.
Still haven't told us revenue, but fair.
Our revenue right now is over $500,000 this year alone. It could be between $500,000 and $1 million that will close. And I think that within 1 year of our Series A, we'll easily have $5 million, and we have the pipeline to back that up. We have large engineering companies behind us, like Black & Veatch picked us as one of their COVID accelerator. They're a $5 billion services company. They're putting us on the GSA schedule. There's just a lot more that I'm happy to share about what we've got in the pipeline.
Thank you very much. Sounds exciting. Are there any other sharks interested to connect except for Trip? 2 sharks. Fantastic. So exciting. No jackpot today, but seems like a lot of sharks are interested to connect with our founders. So John, thank you for your pitch. Great project. We love it. Please share your details here, and especially your GGW profile. Thank you.
Put it in the chat. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And now this is the time when we are closing the session, and I really appreciate everyone pitching today. And I know it's not possible to make it for everyone to pitch, so we try to give you everyone opportunity. So please email my team who didn't manage to to pitch today. We will give you priority next time, as we always do, so to make sure that everyone gets the equal opportunity. It's really important for us, and this is what we promise we deliver on that. Now, before I close this entire thing, I would like to give the stage to the investors. So to give final advice, final words of wisdom, what you guys have on your heart to share with entrepreneurs, anything. And this is how we are always closing our sessions with your final recommendations to startups. Elena, would you like to go first? Your microphone is off.
Yeah, so I just would like to say thank you for everybody, and I heard today very good speeches from the participants, and I really want to learn more about companies that are presented today. So I would be happy and pleased to meet with the companies after this call.
Fantastic. Thank you, Elena, again for being with us. Really appreciate all the feedback you provided. So, Keshia, would you like to go next?
I fully agree. Thank you all so much. Not every investor is the right fit for every company. It's not a judgment on your company. It's more to do with our investment thesis than anything else. The one comment I will make, or the one piece of advice that I think founders sometimes get lost in, we heard a lot of questions today around ICP, or ideal customer profile. Early stage, stay focused. It's important to tell that big story of like, hey, we're going to take over the world, but don't forget you have to take over that beachhead first.
Thank you. That's a great advice. Appreciate that. Thank you. Rish, would you take the next one?
Yeah, so first off, thank you to everybody that pitched. It was a real pleasure to hear you guys, hear what your life passion is, as well as hearing the insights from my fellow judges. And I'll just piggy off the last comment. I think the other thing was we asked, you noticed a lot of our questions were knowing your numbers, and so being clear to tell this story also through the numbers that you have and knowing them. I think that's very crucial also as you continue to fundraise and meet with more fundraisers, is to know your numbers.
Thank you, Rish. Appreciate that. Thanks for the advice. And Trip, you are closing the session. No pressure on you. So all these global pitches are now listening to you.
To everyone, great pitches all around, and I agree with Keshia and Rishi. I mean, it's difficult to get up and nerves get involved. You're presenting it in front of a bunch of people, but really hitting those targets, who your addressable market is, what your revenue numbers have been, what your traction has been, is really important to mention in a pitch. With that, everyone did a great job, and I enjoyed it.
I enjoyed it too. Thank you, Trip, for being with us. And you know, that was fun. We nailed it. That was a lot of startups today, and I really admire all your calmness and supportness of any of the projects we're pitching to you. There was a lot of information in front of investors' eyes. So all the feedback you provide is super valuable, and we definitely connect with any of the startups you have selected. Please share your feedback, everyone. I shared the link here in the chat. So it's important for us to make this event valuable and useful for you. So anything you share with us, we are reading, listening, and we implement. Now, the final, I would like to say that this is an event we run every 2 weeks. So RSVP to the next one and support us in the social media. And if you would like to pitch next time and you didn't pitch, reach us out. We'll give you this opportunity. Of course, create your startup profiles on our platform. You have our information, and you may connect with the investors from our global audience. Thank you, everyone. That was a great pitch event again. And next time we'll see you at GGW Sharks 30s. Thank you, Elena, Keshia, Rish, and Trip for being with us. We hope to see you again, and have a great the rest of the week. Take care, guys, and have a great one.